Therefore, all nations will remember the nation of Israel, because Exodus was a man. It was like one of the heavenly fathers, like great works, and that's just one of them. But that was the major one. It show you how much love the Lord had for Israel, that He delivered us from the hand of Egypt, from the Egyptian, from that Pharaoh, man, and He gonna deliver us again. But you gotta return back. You gotta remember the old ways, so that way it will give you, basically you will find rest in your soul, and you will receive salvation. Israel, you are the Lord's son. He tells you that in Hosea 11:1. This is Hosea 11:1. When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. This is Hosea 11:1 in the NLT. When Israel was a child, I loved him and I called my son out of Egypt. The Lord loves you in Deuteronomy 7:8, and the Lord loves you in Hosea 11:1, man. You are the Lord's prize, Israel. You are a special people. This is Isaiah 41, verse 8 and 9. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, and I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. Israel is not cast away. You are not cast away, Israel. The proof is out there on the streets, man. We out there teaching the word, telling you to come back. Don't ignore it. Let it overtake, man. Let righteousness overtake you. Don't ignore the calling of the Lord, because He sent us out there to bring back what is lost. This is Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But He answered and said, this is Yahushua speaking, who y'all eagerly call Jesus. I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. See, I am not sent. Sent unto who? You other heathen nations. The Lord is only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And guess what? Some of our lost sheep look like you other nations. But what proves that you are an Israelite is the spirit that's within you. It's the spirit that bear witness that you are the sons of the living power. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name, and I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Israel is not forsaken, man. This is Jeremiah, last scripture. This is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35 through 37. This is a beautiful one. Listen to this. Israel is not forsaken. Israel is not even forsaken. Watch this. This is Jeremiah 31 and 35. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar, and the Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So that's one. So the Lord said the ordinance and the laws, basically, if they depart from before me, then Israel will not be a nation. Okay, they will cease from being a nation. That means the connection and the love that we have towards one another will cease. Listen to this next verse. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, said the Lord. So what that mean? Israel will never be forsaken. If you can count the stars, if you can count the dust of the sand of the sea, then the Lord will basically remove Israel, man. But we all know that ain't gonna happen because Israel is the Lord's elect. Israel is hey, the Lord loves Israel, man. All right. That's all that I have. I'm going to give our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. The Obama said us an apostle teaching us the truth, and blessed to the brothers push the word throughout the four corners. Shalom.